Welcome to Recom's Powerful Podcast, where we discuss new topics and products. I'm Jeff Deutschman, your product moderator. From a quarter watt up to 1,000 watts, whether the power is required for an industrial setting, a new IoT gadget, or a high-end medical-grade device, Recom has you covered. On this episode, we'll be covering the RPX-2.5 integrated switching regulator. So Peter, I've taken a look at the data sheet on this one, and it looks much different than our other converters. What can you tell us about this part?
Well, you got that right, Jeff. The RPX is a DC to DC converter, but it's not a traditional Recom part. In fact, it's somewhere between a module and a discrete solution.
That's interesting. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so first of all, using this part is much easier than trying to go discrete. For one, this converter comes off the shelf with an integrated inductor.
And that's usually a critical component, right?
Yep, that's exactly right, Jeff. It's challenging to find the right inductor at a reasonable cost. On top of that, testing this is one of the most challenging and time-consuming steps of the design process.
Sounds like we've taken the heavy lifting out of the equation. What are the other advantages for this part?
Yeah, so this converter has a strong thermal performance due to its copper lead frame. Internally, there's no PCB, which can sometimes limit this. The internal IC also comes in bare die form and is connected to the frame using flip chip on lead frame technology.
That's impressive. What can you tell us about the footprint?
Yeah, so the high level performance allows us to make this converter very small. It comes in a compact 4.1 by 4.6 millimeter package.
Wow. What kind of power can this tiny part output?
Yeah, so this part can output up to 2.5 amps. This high current within such a small footprint makes this extremely power dense.
And what about the input and output voltages?
So this part can accept up to 28 volts DC and has a trimmable output voltage.
Very nice. What kind of outputs can the customers choose from?
Well, Jeff, there's only one SKU here, but it can be adjusted anywhere between 1.2 volts to 6 volts. Means if a customer needs 1.8 volts or 3.3 volts, just for example, they can achieve this all with a single part number.
That's great. So what kind of external components are required for the RPX?
Right. So this is what makes this part different. Customers will need to add external caps for basic operation.
Ah. So how are our customers going to know what to add?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jeff. The data sheet will act as a guide and show engineers what's necessary. If the data sheet doesn't cover it, then the Recom tech support team is always here to help.
As always. Thank you, Peter. Fantastic. Well, that wraps it up for another episode of Recom's Powerful Podcast. Be sure to listen next time when we delve into the pros of another Recom topic. As always, please contact your regional sales manager for any samples or pricing. Our applications engineers are always happy to assist you with any technical questions or requests. You can email them at techsupport@recom-power.com. Until then, have a great day, and always remember,
Recom powers your products.